Hello, great people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Damilola and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber currently based in Ibadan. You're welcome to Dami's Niche. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. As a returning subscriber, I appreciate it greatly. And to my new subscribers, if this is your first time here, please do not go without subscribing, okay? And let me know in the comment section that please always come back. Thank you so much. Now, without wasting much time, let's just dive into today's video. Now in today's video, I am going to be giving my own reaction to the ongoing trend in our country at this time about the scholar who was allegedly said to have been raped, and we saw a different version of the story, different versions from different angles. Now, you know how internet works, like you hear different stories here and there, mostly third party stories, because the person involved will actually be able to tell us what actually went on or what is not a very good one, I must say. And in fact, when I stumbled on the video on Twitter, I was dazed. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes. Ordinarily, I don't watch things like that, but I just felt like, out of curiosity, let me see what exactly is inside of this video. And by the time I watched the video, I was dazed. I will not even lie. I'm going to be addressing different parties involved. Now, so I might not be able to address children on this channel because this channel is not even meant for kids that are below 18 years of age. So I'm just going to be addressing the stakeholders involved in this particular trendy situation, which includes the parents and the school. Okay, so now I'm going to be giving my take, or what I would call my the advice. It might sound awkward because I'm not a parent yet, but you know what people say about sociori. Like, if you want to advise me about something, you ought to have passed through that particular situation, then you can advise me better. Yes, I might not have passed through that situation as it were at this moment, but I'm a teacher by profession and I know what happens within the system. Of course, I can be in the best position to talk about what goes on in the minds of children, their behavioral pattern and all these things, because I'm into the system. So I think from that angle, I can give my own take on this particular discussion. So I'm going to be addressing the parents and the teachers in this particular video. Now, please let me put out a disclaimer there. Whatever I say now is my own opinion, okay? I am not saying that is the way it should be for everyone or whatever. Just take whatever it is that you can take, but trust me, there are going to be valid points, and I'm sure that you will not want to look down on any of these points that I'll be raising in this video. Alright, so let's just start. The duty of every responsible parent is to look after the well-being of their children, or one of the duties rather is to look after the well-being of their children. And tell me, I did a video in the time past on kids generally, their behaviors in schools and what needs to be done and all that. If you have not watched that video, I'll drop the link up here. Now, see, the responsibility of a parent is beyond just mere providing for their needs. You can go the extra miles to provide for your children, but at the same time, there is a place whereby you need to get into the world of these children, understand what they are going through. Understand what they are going through. Let them be able to bear their minds to you as a parent. If you find out that every time you try to raise a conversation with your child is always like acting like everything is fine, there's no problem, I think you need to be suspicious. That's why you see that sometimes when we call parents to schools and tell them some of the behaviors of their children, they tend to dispute and they are like, no, my child never does that, my child is always quiet, calm and collected and all that. And I'm like, I've once been a child. You understand how children are able to play this role comfortably. Like, they will give you a different behavior in school, give you a different behavior at home. Like, you would almost want to beat your chest and say, no, my child cannot do that kind of thing. We are in a perverse world already. Like, this world is perverse. I see things and I'm like, God, what will be said in the coming generation, like in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years to come? What would be going on? Because if at this stage that we are in now, a lot of things are happening and things that would make your ears tingle and you be like, these things are not normal, but it's happening at time. So that calls for serious attention. See, this is not the time for you to just sit back, relax and enjoy and hustle here, hustle there, all in the bit to provide for your children. You feel that is all that they need. No, I am addressing parents now. No, this is not the time for that, because we're in a generation whereby if you are not careful, the world out there will train your children for you in a negative way because of the trending things happening around. things that are not right are made to look like they are right situations, because when wrong things are being done consistently, it begins to look like the right thing. In fact, when you start doing the right thing in a society where wrong things are being done, you feel like you are the one doing the wrong thing, whereas it's not true. So this calls for serious attention. Like, you need to get into the world of your children. You need to attend to other needs apart from their material needs, other needs like their psychological needs, emotional needs. Understand what they feel at every point in time. I feel that a child should be able to confide in his or her parents. In fact, I would want a situation whereby my child will see me as his or her best friend. It's that intense, because things are happening now and we don't want to take chances. We don't want to take chances because any slightest messing up from your angle, some other people will take the job up for you in a negative way. So you can't act in illusion or act in ignorance, rather, saying that, oh, you are not aware that this kind of thing is happening. You must be aware. And how do you become aware? You create time for these kids. See, these kids need our attention. They need our attention. Sometimes they ask for it, sometimes they don't. In fact, when your child is not even asking for it, it calls for serious urgency. That's going to be talking from a general angle, which is the fact that you need to come to that place where your child can see you as a friend, see a friend in you, and be able to tell you things. And when they tell you things, please don't be too quick to react. That's one of the mistakes some parents make. Oh, you did this, oh my god, how can you even do that, blah 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 blah. You see, I understand that sometimes they can do things and you be like, you want to react, but please, can you just calm down? Can you just calm down? And it is not enough for you to place restrictions on children, okay? It's not enough for you to say, don't do this, no, don't come back late, don't do that, no. You need to help them understand why it is so, why you are telling them not to do it. If they eventually do it, what are the consequences involved? I could remember very well when I was growing up, when I first saw my first period, I didn't know what it was. Obviously, I was not exposed to what's it called now. I had no prior knowledge about sex education, puberty, adolescence and all that, even though it was taught in class, but I just did not really understand what they were saying. So by the time I had my period, I felt like, oh, maybe something was wrong with me and all that. And by the time I talked to my mom, I understand that my mom was the best for me. She always was the best for me, okay? So at that time, she told me that particular day when she was teaching me how to use the pad rather, that this like I've become a woman, and saying things like if any guy touches you now, you get pregnant. And guys, believe me, that thing stuck with me for years. Like, I felt like it was actually going to be so. Do you understand? But because I felt like she's my mom, she would never tell me lies. Exactly the way she said, that's what it is. But if you tell a child in this generation that if a boy touches you, you get pregnant, trust me, you're just shooting yourself in the leg, because you will be dazed at what the reaction of your advice will be. Why? Because now children are very curious. In our own time, we did not have the confidence to say out some things to our parents. We did not have the confidence to talk to our parents about certain things, because it felt like, oh, our parents are disciplined and they don't take nonsense and all that. But now children ask questions. If you tell a child something now, whether you believe it or not, the child will still go out there to confirm whether what you have said is right or wrong. And there are other mediums whereby the child can confirm. The Google network is there, where you can Google out anything and you'll be amazed at responses that you'll be getting. So this is not the time for you to start coming to the corner. Be explicit. I feel that sex education should be taught at home. See, talk it out. Tell your child everything that needs to be learned. For their level, okay? And as they progress in age, you continue to, build on that particular foundation. But it is not enough for you to say, oh, let's not talk about this, or the school will tell them. See, you can't shift your responsibility to school. That was what I said in my previous video. There are some things that needs to be done by a parent as a parent, and you can't say, oh, the school will take care of that, the teachers will take care of that. See, nobody loves your child more than you do. Maybe you need to get that right. Yes, in as much as that teacher seems to be very nice and lovely and all that, they can't love your child more than you do, because they are the one that went through the 9 months of pregnancy and all the whatever attached to it, and you know what it takes. So you can't leave the responsibility to the hands of the school and sleep and fold your arms and wait for what not. Now the next point is the fact that you need to monitor the progress of your child. You can't just sit back and see and say that, oh, my child is all I can see. There are some things that you're not opportune to see, okay? They spend the majority of their day in school and the rest part at home when it's during school time. So you need to work on that. Like, you need to be sure of how your child is progressing in class, not only academics. You are not supposed to be that parent that is just concerned about your result. Oh, you scored first. Oh, you're the first in class, brother. Oh, you're doing well, 100%, 70%, and all that. No, there are other areas of a child's life that you need to watch out for. Look at the emotional psyche of the child. And now these ones cannot be fully done by you, because when they come to school, they get involved with different kids from other parents and other backgrounds, and there are chances that they might be influenced either positively or negatively. So at every point in time, liaise with your child and be sure that your child is not being negatively influenced by their peers and all that. So that's why I said it's serious business. I understand that we're in a world where you need to buckle up your game and run here and there just to make sure that you make ends meet. But even at that, there's still a place for you to make sure that you are monitoring your child's progress beyond just the academic. You mentioned the third point while explaining previously about the fact that you should not leave the responsibility of your child, the well-being of your child, only to the heads of the schools and teachers. By now, we already understand. From those things that we are seeing now, we know that at every point in time, you must be able to ensure that you understand what is going on with your child in school, which is very, very important. You can't take chances. I feel that apart from the fact that we address parents, the school also has a role to play. Things are happening in school, but there are some things that happen in schools and I'll be like, why are we doing this? Like, to what end? Some schools try to panel beat kids. They give false impression to their parents, all in a bid to show to the parent that the school is actually doing a good job in the life of their children. There's nothing bad in calling the attention of a parent to a child in your school when you notice that, oh, you have tried all you can, but at this juncture the parent of the child needs to be involved. Then, because you don't want to come from that angle that you feel like you have failed as a school system and you can't help the child, in the areas that the child needs help, you feel like, okay, let's just not get the parents involved. Let's just see how this thing goes. Let's cover up and all that. It really does not make any sense. Trust me, we can't continue like this. I think schools should rise up to their responsibilities. Whenever you notice any kind of discrepancies in a child, okay, I think it's the responsibility of every good school that wants the best for that child, that wants posterity to judge them right, to actually call the attention of the parents to such situation. Now, something happened in my school before vacation. There was this child that has constantly been stealing teachers' money. Thank God my school has a CCTV camera in place, and in fact, I wasn't even aware that such a thing was happening, but I noticed that a particular teacher would always complain that our money was always getting missing, and I'm like, who is stealing your money? Who has the confidence to steal on that CCTV camera? I was wrong. Is that bad? Now, this child was eventually caught on camera while he was taking the money from the teacher's purse, and it happened to me too as well. The child actually stole from me the following day, and I was like, what is going on? Now, imagine that kind of situation happened, I would just cover it up as a school and we feel that, okay, let's just advise the child not to steal, and that's enough. We can just cover up the rest part. But thank God the parents was called, the attention of the parents was called to it, and the parents were acting like we don't know about it. Like, where did he even get that kind of trait from? The devil is really after the children of this generation. I feel that for a child to have that kind of boldness to go into a teacher's bag to steal and to take things in the face of a CCTV camera, you can tell that it is not ordinary. So I don't even want to go to the spiritual angle. I feel that whatever goes wrong with any child in an institution, a responsible institution should rise up to that call and call the attention of the parents involved so that they can both work out a way. Because sometimes you feel like as a school you can just handle everything by yourself, but you are wrong. A lot of things to talk about, but I would just like to stop here. I think I've said enough. So now, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you actually watched to the end, I appreciate you greatly, and please do not make this your last, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.